5 cons to being an extroverted multitasker. Number 1, no one remembers you. No one remembers you. This is like an extension of like no one cares about you, but this is even more literal than that. No one remembers you. You insert yourself in a community again that you haven't been in for 4 months straight, and that's the rule for even phone calls for that matter, even just texting in general. If you don't text someone for 4 months, they assume that you've forgotten them for life, or even just forgot about them in the longer term. Thus, if you did forget them. If you didn't forget them, tough luck, because they think that you forgot them anyways. But reinserting yourself in any community, keeping flanks on all your friends, and keeping them in check when you weren't trying to leave them in the first place and you just had too many friends, no one remembers you. It's that simple. It's like they could remember you, they could be close to you, but if you literally haven't been with them for years on end and you still meant to be with them the entire time and you remember them the entire time, tough luck again. Sorry, but it's true. Number 2 of the cons of being an extrovert multitasker: time. It takes time to spread yourself out thin, like the Johnny Appleseed style of trying to do different things at once, new things all the time, experimenting, and not to mention the negative influence it has on you to have mistakes and regrets for things if you even hold yourself accountable at that point. That's another story for another day. Number 3, cons of being an extrovert multitasker: master of none. There's a disingenuous twist on the quote because it's supposed to imply that anyways. You're a master of none, but you're also a jack of all trades because you master for no one. That's the disingenuous part of the quote. But even the twist it has its own truth, because say we will about the twist, there's still truth to it. It's like master of none. Well, what does that mean? Well, the twist is supposed to be a creative twist, which implies that if you're a master of none, you never really knew any of those jack of all trades to begin with. So multitasking them, let alone socially, can mean that you don't have any deeper connections with any of the infinite number of people you know. Number 4, cons of multitasking extroversion. What else is there? Oh, the first 2 I was gonna say at the beginning of this video, but like, of extra multitasking, you have been very nosy. You never mind your own business. You reinsert yourself in situations that have nothing to do with you. You make comparisons and contrasts between people that have nothing to do with each other, and you even compare certain economies with each other. You ever see me talk about, they never talk about science, politics, religion? Oh, I debunked that already. Hardy, har. I know what it's like to compare science, politics, religion. Insert name of political doxing of someone's private information that doesn't matter, and it will still get me in trouble anyways. There you go. There's your extroverted multitasking right there, because I've been there, and it's not good, right? It's not good to have something to prove all the time, and to even feel like the person who needs to prove that because of how bitter they are and contemptuous and grudge matching with every other person in his life. And not by mistake either, because it's a hard world to live in, and we can't make excuses even then. Number 5, cons of being an extroverted multitasker. So we got nosy, we've got spreading yourself too thin, and no one remembers you. Something like some other stuff like that. Number 5 should be, and this will be good, this is like the first one I remember from the list, on top of my head. Aside from being nosy, you have to remember that it is not, whether or not it is your fault, it will always be your problem. Even if assuming it was your fault, and even when it's not your fault, it will always be your problem. That is con number 5 of extroverted multitasking. It does not matter how much time, energy, money, resources, etc., that you have at your disposal. Whether you spread yourself thin like Johnny Appleseed or Magellan, or you focus in one area as a specialist. Just because you can't be a master of none doesn't mean you don't try anyways. That might imply some sacrifice, that might imply some focus, some demands, some accountability, even some decision making. You have to take care of yourself first, or you can't take care of anyone else. And that's not their fault that you couldn't do that. By the same token, if you don't handle it, it will end up being your problem the wrong way. It doesn't have to be. Even if it is your fault or not your fault, it will always be your problem. And that may have nothing to do with extroverted multitasking, but that's worth pointing out in the phrasing of my own communication skills outlet for whatever the hell that was supposed to be. Where for me talking forever and never making sense. Different energy of that, but there you go. This would essentially be the Good Mood in My Lifestyle when I said the current rung was communication, integrity, and action orientation. Unless I'm doing this for once. But then where's the right thing or even me speaking better coming from? Is it me trying to do better, or is it just me trying to do better in spite of still screwing up? Where the look of being regressing and doing worse in life is still within an effort of me trying to do my best. Take care, guys.